What?
Welcome. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome back to the class. How are you today?
I'm great.
I'm glad to hear that. What did you do for this weekend? Can you tell me what happened?
So I didn't want to go to school because of the flu, and I just learn and go outside and stuff. It's the same, pretty much. And
Okay.
I exercise.
You exercised. What did you exercise? Was it like a physical activity exercise?
It's just like jump roping or running or walking.
Perfect. And how is Fat Gus doing? What's up with them?
She's doing great.
Glad to hear that. Very glad to have you both back in the class. I had quite an interesting weekend. I visited my sister. Oh my God, is that Snape?
Yeah.
Oh, I love Snape. I visited my sister, and we actually had we went to the movies. We watched the movie, and then when we returned home, we kind of had that euphoric feeling when you leave the cinema and you feel like you've been in the movie actually. And we both watched some it's a very science fiction movie where people can fly and stuff like that. And we left the cinema, and I kid you not, we were both like, what if we could actually fly? What if that was real? And we just ended up laughing really hard in the middle of the street because we're both adults talking about flying. But you know what? Never say never. Am I right?
Yep.
What about you? What do you think about flying?
I think flying is kind of scary for, if everyone could fly, maybe somebody that is afraid of heights would be like, this is so scary because they're flying.
Okay. And what about if somebody's not scared or afraid of heights?
Then they would be
Could it be exciting?
They would be like, wow, what in the world is going on with me?
Okay, I like that. I would like that to happen to me. What about you? Would you like to wake up one day? Look at us. And be found with this new ability to fly. What if that happened to you? Could you just imagine that for a second?
I would be really scared because I'm not really a big fan of losing gravity. For example, if I sit on a boat thingy, that's me, and the boat thingy just goes up and down, swinging like this, I would be really.
Okay.
Yeah.
We share the same feeling about this.
Yeah, it shares pretty much the same feeling, and I know I might have not told you this, and this is not really about what we're talking about, but I just wanted to tell you. So, actually, once I was like, hey, Mom, I want to go and sit on those boat thingies. And then my mom's like, okay. And then you know what happened? So I was
Right.
shouting, "Stop the ride! Stop the ride!" Because it was so
Oh, you got
scary.
scared.
And then basically after the ride, I was like, "I'm okay," but my mom was like laughing all the time because my hand was shaking.
Oh, poor dear. I can imagine how difficult that must have been. Sometimes we get scared, and for us, that is real. If you experience fear in any form, it's real. To you, it is. And that's the only thing you need to know. Okay, I'm glad you got out and everything was okay. All right. So, as you know, in our previous class, we finished the lesson 2, and now we're welcoming lesson number 3, which is titled, very funnily enough, Trials, Trolls, and Treasures. As you can see, we will cover themes such as conflict, friendship, and mystery in chapters 9 through 12. So what do you see in this picture? Tell me, do you recognize these things?
The first one is, it's a broomstick. Like, is it Harry Potter's broomstick?
I'm assuming yes. I'm gonna say yes.
I forgot the name. I feel like it was like Nimbus 2000 or something. And the second one is
I think it was, yes.
And the second one is a Gryffindor badge. And the third one is like the mirror. Like
it is.
The mirror for...
Oh, pardon?
No, it's okay. The mirror with his mom and dad and stuff.
Exactly, the mirror with his mom and dad and stuff is a pretty good explanation of the mirror. So, yes. So we have 3 very important things here, and now we will find out more. So here before you can see our investigation plan and the subjects we will touch up on. Action verbs, word roots, literary concepts, symbolism, all of those we kind of touched on and covered in our previous lessons, and all of those too. But now something else is going to show up. A very cool photo, very cool picture here. So let's start off like this. The investigator's lens, seeing the story through Harry's eyes. Remember how we talked about the change of a narrative? So how we switch to third person limited point of view. Do you recall that?
Yeah, like the third person limited point of view is that we only know what Harry knows, and third person is like the narrator is telling a story of someone else, and the narrator doesn't include him or herself in the story. And it's opposite.
Yes.
It's opposite to the first person.
Yes, that's quite true. So when we talk about the change of the narrative, and now we know and we experience what Harry feels and knows. So character bias analysis. We will kind of talk about Harry's first potions class with Professor Snape. Tell me, why do we immediately suspect Snape is a villain, like he's a bad guy? Why is that?
So I think I wrote it down. I'm gonna check. So he's kind of grumpy, and he looks like a villain.
Okay. And is it because we are seeing Snape through Harry's eyes and his biased perspective?
Probably.
Harry doesn't really like him at first. And do you think that made us not like Snape at first too? All right, good answer. So look at this. So Harry is flying on his Nimbus 2000s. Very cool looking as always. So when we touch on case file number 1, Flight, Instinct. Oh, it's happy. Flight, Instinct, and Rebellion. So as you remember, Harry defies Madame Hooch's direct order and flies to retrieve Neville's Remembrall from Malfoy. Do you remember that scene from the books?
Yeah, I seen that. And when you said Madame Hooch, so I actually have Madame Hooch, but like she's right here. I do have her.
What? You just got her. Perfect. Nice. It looks very much like her. I like how they made her.
Yeah,
I love the likeness in the doll. Perfect. Wow. Okay, so you have her with you. Okay. So, when we talk about this, tell me, was Harry being childish? Or was this the first sign of kind of him being a hero who is following his instinct and his heart over orders? So Harry doesn't really follow rules here. He doesn't at all. He goes against the rules. What do you think about that? Do you think that's a nice thing to do? Is that okay thing to do?
That's an okay thing to do if you have a very good purpose.
Okay, so we need a good reason. So do you think that the good reason justifies disobeying the rules?
So, like, I think it's,
Let's look at this. Look at this. Look at this word over here. Glee. It's a noun. Look at the definition. Great delight and happiness. Pure joy Harry feels when he discovers his natural talent for flying. He feels really happy. So he's overjoyed with his natural talent for flying. And let me like set this in this way, okay? So imagine if Fat Gus stole a giant walnut and got away with that. Can you show me the face the Fat Gus would make if he stole a giant walnut and got away with it? Like he stole it.
Like, do you
mean thank you.
Do you mean like I draw her expression, or do you mean I just describe her expression? Or just literally
Can you make the expression with your face? What do you think?
I think I'd be like, this is how it's done.
Nice. So that kind of mischievous face you would make, like being proud of something you've achieved, even if it's not very good, we say it's glee. What do you think? Exactly like that, like a brow a little bit over there, kind of submerged. So that's the feeling of pure joy, even if you did something that's not really right. So, lurch. Have you ever seen this word before?
I thought it was lurk, and then I was like, oh wait, that's lurch. And then yeah, and then I'd be like, I never seen this word before, so I'm just gonna say no.
Okay, very good. So it's a sudden uncontrolled movement, as you can see here, but let's make a situation again. Can you make Fat Gus fly like smoothly, like this? Imagine if the Fat Gus, like she's flying very smoothly. Can you pick her up like this? And imagine if she's flying like very steadily. Can you show it to me?
Like this?
Like this. Just keep her still. Yes, like that. She's making slow but steady progress. Hold her like that. Once more, please. Okay, so she's flying.
Yeah.
And now just hold her like that. Imagine if she was on a broom, okay? So she's on a broom.
Okay.
And she's flying using a broom. Imagine if the broom suddenly fell. What is happening with Fat Gus?
Fat Gus will
So
be like...
the broom's...
sorry. You can continue.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
So Fat Gus would lose control.
Would lose control or lose her grip. And then she would be like, ah!
Yes, very good. And imagine if the Fat Gus was on a broom flying and the broom suddenly started like shaking. Shaking, 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 shaking. And suddenly stops. And starts shaking again, shaking, shaking. So when we say lurch, sudden uncontrolled movement, it's exactly what happens to Fat Gus. So she's lurching on the broom. And now, can you tell me, think of a context where you could use this word. You can also use Fat Gus.
Okay.
This could help you over here.
Let's say I'm gonna say another squirrel. I think I told you, so every time I tell a teacher about the squirrels, I would usually tell them about the other squirrels too. So I think I might have told you, but if I didn't,
yes.
You can just express it out so that I can just tell you again, or I would remind you, or I would just tell you.
Of course, of course.
So Rick was doing an obstacle course, but when suddenly the obstacle course was moving uncontrollably, and Fat Gus said that it might be because Rick was too nervous. He said it's not, and Frank didn't do anything. He mostly just said, Rick, you're lurching.
Perfect. Okay, that was what I was looking for. Very good. Okay, so we have, as you see, glee as a noun and lurch as a verb. We learned some new words right now. I'm always happy when we learn new words and grasp more vocabulary contexts. But now, this is really an important question. So would you in any circumstances disobey the rules? Tell me.
I would disobey the rules, but it's only it's only when I have to break the rules, but I don't usually break the rules if it's not like something that is about only breaking rules can work.
Okay. This is actually something we will discuss later on in this lesson too. And I really liked hearing your opinion about that. And now I would like to discuss this person again. So let's just put this out there. You and I both know the secret, right?
Yep.
So we know the secret truth about Snape. But look how clever the author was. Look how clever J.K. Rowling was. She's building kind of a trap for Harry, isn't she? Are you familiar with that? Can you notice a trap she built for Harry? Can you tell me how she tricked Harry about Snape? What does she do?
She makes Snape, I think she makes Snape like a really villain-y looking person.
Good.
And she didn't really show us because she kind of also tricked us. So she didn't really show us how Snape actually is protecting Harry Potter. But it's only in the chapter 7, which I'm pretty sure I never watched chapter 7 yet.
Okay, very good. Yes, that is actually very correct. So she's making Harry think one thing when actually Snape is not that. Do you think that that's a smart move on her part, on author's part? Was that clever?
Yeah, that was pretty clever.
Why?
Because like, if there wasn't like a hidden villain, like you at least gotta put a hidden villain. Because I'm gonna use a phrase. So, I think you at least have to put one person that looks like a villain but is protecting the protagonist. Otherwise, you might think this story isn't really like fun.
Interesting take. I must say that I agree with you. It would be a lot less fun if we just had Snape out there looking like this, obviously looking like a villain, and then he just walks in with this great smile on his face and is like, "Oh, hello everyone, I'm good. I'm a very good person." That would be really boring. I agree with you. It would. This looks very scary, so I'm just gonna scroll. Okay, let's make a short break here and continue from the slide number 4, okay?
Okay.
See you.
See you.
Yes.
See you.
Oh, look at that, Fat Gus. She's casting some spells.
Yep. I definitely did not just break